we are not opposed. The government has the right to collect the data. It has the right to register people. It can do anything it wants. What we are worried about, and we are very concerned, is the fact that is the consequences of this exercise and what is likely to happen after the exercise is over. You know, this country has a problem where somebody comes with a major policy decision thinking that the whole of Kenya is just like his sub-location, his village, his home. If everybody in his village has a birth certificate, an immunization certificate, a national identity card, an NHIF card, an NSF card, he thinks that the whole country is just a duplication of his own sub-location. Let me assure you that the diversity of this country is as great as it can be. I have a ward in my county where 80% of the people have no ID, those who are above 18, and 100% of the children in that ward have no birth certificate. What will happen now? They have never had any contact with official Kenya, with the government or anybody else. We want to assume that this Niims was supposed to be a consolidation of existing documentation in the hands of Kenyans. But it does not take into consideration where no document exists at all. So what will be the consequence? People will be registered in certain localities or wards. 80% of the people will not have a Niims card. And there's a possibility that any Kenyan who does not have it might at a certain stage be declared as a non-Kenyan or a stateless person. But what that will produce is it will produce millions of Kenyans in these arid and semi-arid areas and in the pastoralist communities who for the last 50 years have not been reached and have never had any documentation, becoming stateless in their own country. You're making a bad situation worse. I would have preferred a situation where this document is made universal, unconditional, given to everybody within the borders of Kenya, and it would have given the opportunity for our people to come into contact with official Kenya by getting that card easier than they have failed to get IDs or birth certificates. Therefore, we want to warn that any exercise which will produce stateless Kenyans is not acceptable to us. However long you extend, if you have been unable to cover or get to these people for 50 years, you cannot do it in 45 days. Therefore, we want to know, if you don't have a Niims card or registration, what happens? If you are not likely to get Niims for the next 50 years, what implications does it have for your life? Anyway, these people have lived without IDs or birth certificates. Will life in Kenya become impossible without a Niims registration? Will those people be stopped from getting IDs in old age because they have failed to register for Niims? Will it produce stateless Kenyans? Ladies and gentlemen, these are very serious issues for us, and we are not the ones who are creating them. We are ready for Niims. I'll go back and register for it on Monday. But these are the serious, outstanding issues which we want those who are in charge to solve and inform Kenyans. And if a situation arises where these people will have been declared stateless, we shall use our emergency funds, we shall put all of them in lorries and take them to Nairobi to go and live there, because they may not be able to live without Niims in the periphery.